Good afternoon, UCF Knights. I'm Troy Kless, and here's a quick look at what's making news on Monday, March 14th, 2016. With the Florida legislative session over, the 2016 state budget will launch on July 1st. Last Friday, the legislature approved the $82.3 billion budget for the 2016 fiscal year. Along with the budget, 227 bills were passed, and more than 1,600 were not. One bill that passed is post-secondary education for veterans. This bill will count certain military coursework as college credit through the CLEP examination. The last step is the signature from Governor Rick Scott. The red light camera bill that Nightly News kept track of did not pass. The bill was held in the Senate Transportation Committee. To find out what bills passed and failed, you can visit www.flsenate.gov. The 2016 presidential race is heating up in Florida. Tomorrow is the primary for both the Republican and Democratic parties. Ahead of the big day, Congressman Grayson was on campus today speaking to Bernie Sanders supporters.
Bernie! 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 Bernie!
Congressman Grayson spoke to Knights for Bernie supporters at the Student Union today. He believes Bernie Sanders will bring a much-needed change in the Oval Office.
Senator Sanders is a champion for refinancing student loans, for free public college, for a $15 minimum wage, for Medicare for all. Many, many things that we need in order to make the country a better place to live for ordinary people.
Knights got the chance to ask Grayson about the different issues facing candidates this election. Knights for Bernie Treasurer Alex Storer thinks college students like him will be the key in the election this year.
We want to make sure everyone can get out there, because when college students turn out to vote in big numbers, Bernie Sanders wins. That's what happened in Michigan. That's what's happened in a lot of other primaries and caucuses throughout the world, or throughout the United States.
Opponents of Bernie Sanders also made their presence known. Knights for Hillary supporter Manny Orozco says he wants to be informed before heading into the polls tomorrow.
I like to listen to both sides. If I'm going to support one candidate, I need to understand the other candidate to make my case for Hillary.
While today's Quinnipiac University poll shows Hillary Clinton leading Bernie Sanders 60% to 34% here in Florida, Grayson reminds us all a lot is at stake in this year's election.
The President of the United States actually determines to a great degree how we live our lives. And that needs to be somebody who actually is going to do good things for ordinary people, the greatest good for the greatest number.
As voters head to the polls tomorrow. In Orlando, Connor Engelhart, UCF Nightly News.
Polls will open tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. To find out any more voter information, you can visit yourvoteflorida.com. Today is National Pie Day, and we're not celebrating the pies that you eat. Pi is a symbol in math that represents a constant, and that number is rounded to 3.14, which also happens to be March 14th. The number is not exactly 3.14, though. It's been calculated that pi has over 1 trillion digits beyond the decimal point. Today kicks off Asian American Heritage Week at UCF. The Filipino Student Association tells us many organizations are bringing the celebration of Asian culture to UCF this week. Tonight, the opening ceremony will be held in the Student Union in the Cape Florida Ballroom at 7 p.m. In sports, the UCF baseball team swept LIU Brooklyn this weekend. On Sunday, the Knights struggled on the mound by giving up 7 runs, but the offense took charge as the Knights put 12 runs up on the board. The big play of the game was in the bottom of the 5th when Austin Griffin hit his second grand slam of the season. The Knights' next game is on Wednesday against Miami at J. Bergman Field at 6:30. Over spring break, a few changes were made at the athletic department here at UCF. UCF fired Joy Williams after the women's basketball team finished 7-23 on the season. A few days later, head basketball coach Donnie Jones was fired after the Knights lost to Tulane in the opening round of the American Athletic Conference tournament this weekend. The Knights were 12-18 under Jones this season. And here's a quick look at our weather forecast today. Today there is a high of 87 with partly cloudy skies and a 20% chance of rain. Tonight the low will drop to around 67 degrees. Tomorrow is a very similar day. We got a high of 89 degrees and a low of 62, and there's a 10% chance of rain tomorrow. That's all the time we have for now. Be sure to check out our newscast on Friday on Bright House Channel 734, and check back here tomorrow for another nightly news update. I'm Troy Kless. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.